Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Stella and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Stella's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a gentle tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Stella will come home with her very own training equipment, and you'll be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now Stella is sitting on her blankie because it's cold and wet out here, and she's a princess, and she's sitting nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Stella heel. Now, I have a male French bulldog, and I know how difficult heeling can be with these little cinder block powerhouses. And her job at this point is to stay even with Rich's left leg, to try to stay focused more on him than what's going on around her, and to sit automatically when he stops walking. She's trying to get back to the blanket. So it's important when she's walking with you to stay even with your left leg, not to drag you down the street, and when you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, that she is sitting nicely like a lady, focused on you and waiting for her next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You can practice this command indoors as well as outdoors, and you want to lengthen it out from about 30 seconds all the way over the next couple months to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks counterclockwise all the way around her, returning all the way back to heel position, and she should remain seated. She gets praised for a good job, and Rich will tell her to heel again. She likes that blanket. Frenchies aren't much for being cold. Nice automatic sit. She likes those automatic sits. She does those really well. And she looks up. She makes good eye contact, which is good as well. Rich leaves her in another sit stay. Makes her hold it for a minute because self-control and Frenchies don't go together in the same sentence either. And this time, instead of returning to her, Rich will demonstrate the come on command. She's been taught to come and sit right in front of you, facing your knees, and then she returns back to heel and back sitting. Good job. She is so cute. Her housebreaking has been really, really good. We're going to go over everything with you. If you remember from the last dog that you had trained with us, we go over everything that she's been taught, and scheduling and all of that, what she's gotten used to here at school, what's been working for her. Nice automatic sit. Rich leaves her in another sit stay. And he'll demonstrate the come on command again. He uses her name, he lightens his tone of voice, and Stella come, and she comes right in and sits. And back to heel and back sitting. Very good girl. She is so cute. And if you speed up, she should do the same, but she should still maintain her position at your left leg. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands, and there are two. The first one is the down from a heel position, so with her seated at your left open palm straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home, start out at about a minute, right in your living room. If she gets up, you tell her no and you repeat it. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her again. She should maintain that stay until he gets back to her shoulders, and he gives her another command. He heals her out of that. And we'll demonstrate that for you again. And she's doing this in the rain, so I give her a lot of credit. She's doing good. Those Frenchies aren't big on rain either.
Down.
One word command to down and stay. Rich walks out to the end of his leash and he turns to face her again. And practice this right in your living room. It's easy. You don't have to make it a big deal and go outside in the cold. Rich calls her in and she comes and sits. Back to heel and back sitting. Very nice. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is her down from a distance. So with her seated, you leave her in a stay. You turn to face her. You're going to use your right hand to give the command this time.
Down.
And you drop her into a down from a distance. She's smart. She lowers her head and she said, "Oh, I'm down." Make sure the whole body is laying down. Now, we have demonstrated for you all of Stella's formal on-leash obedience commands. Like I said, we'll have scheduling and everything for you when you come to get her. When she's used to going out to go potty, she's done really well with all of that. We've enjoyed having her, and thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.